So I didn't have a very good intro, actually no intro at all, to this video that I've done where I change the rear diff, I change the fuel filter, and I do a cold air intake filter change on it. Do those three. That's what this video is about. It's not my best video, I don't think. It's okay, but you kind of can learn and figure out and watch me fiddle fart around with it. Struggle a little bit with the fuel filter, priming the system. I definitely did the wrong bleeder screw. I did the one before the filter. Well, then there are definitely some after the filter. Don't think it would have mattered. I've watched a video about fuel filters since then because I would like to get a FOS system afterwards, and apparently you pull a lot of air. There's like a gap of air in your fuel filter anyways, and you get a lot of mixed air. That's why FOS is a lot better, especially if you're going to boost your truck up, which probably not too much more with this truck. I don't know. Enjoy this video.
Here's the rear differential. Dirty. And there's no drain plug. So I'm either going to try to suck the oil out with my pump, which I think is going to work. I don't see why it wouldn't. Okay. Just had to use both hands. Oh, this ratchet sucks. Had it forever. I'm assuming this is maybe a magnety. If it is, there's no shavings, which is great. Okay. Let me get my pump situation situated. So, I've got my, as you can see, it works. I've got my pump backwards going into my little red Solo cup. That's gross, boy. Whew. Well, I think I got it all. This is some cruddy, pretty gross Earl. I wish I had a bigger cup of it. Been pouring it down in my jug of stuff. I mean, look how dirty. I don't think this has probably ever been changed in 30 years. 30 years never been changed. The transmission wasn't bad, because it's only been in there for like 3 years. So gross and dirty. Oh well, it'll be good for it. Now I'm going to start getting ready to put some fresh Earl. Going back in with some Valvoline 75W140 synthetic gear oil. Why did I go with this? Because it's the only brand at the store that had 1 gallon. Everything else, it's like a couple quarts. Maybe a quart of this and a quart of that weight. It's inconsistent. But yeah, this should be good. Be super good. Let's do it. You're probably thinking, oh, you're going to pump it back in with this nasty dirty? Like, yeah, I'm going to have to prime it through, I guess. Luckily, it's not like the engine. Oh, look how much cleaner this oil is in comparison to the other oil. That's like day to night. This truck's gonna be able to go 200 miles per hour. So this pump was like, it'll fit. Oh yeah, here we go. This pump will fit gallons and quarts. One more pump that nasty dirty out. Okay, perfect. Now everything else should be perfectly clean. I don't know what I recorded and didn't record. Basically, what I did was I just primed the nasty dirty out with the not nasty dirty. This oil is like see-through, perfectly clear, crystal clear. This is like Destin water. The other stuff was like Galveston water. Don't pay attention to me, I'm dumb. Okay. We're in business now, boys and girls. Oh, my hand's hitting the tire though. So the little plastic piece that hooks up here is not very good. Wouldn't be surprised if it's already come undone and is floating around in the oil. Yep, that's good. What would be nice is if the packaging said that this pump would fit 1 gallon and 1 quart bottles, multiple size lids. False. They have lied. And it fits no bottles I've used so far. It's a pain to do with 2 hands. I'm making a mess. Be done here in a moment. We'll catch up then. See, ain't nothing ever easy around this mug. It's always got to be a little something here, a little something there. This little plastic piece doesn't stay for crap. So now I gotta do it this way. I mean, look how nice that is. That's like day and night difference. Just fill it up till she's full. It's my plan. I don't know what you guys are gonna do today. Hope y'all have a good day. I will say this though, my arms are gonna be tired after this. I'll catch back up with you guys. So I got a lot of Earl coming out because she's full. That's the universal. This ratchet wrench. Why'd you go? Oh no, it's working. It's just not very good. I've had it forever. I'm either tightening it down or cross-threading it. We'll see. What a mess that was. It's done. Thank goodness. It's looking good. Oil's all over it. All in it. All upon it. I have a lot of things I need to do to this truck. And y'all are going to be with me on this ride. I'm going to do the fuel filter next, so. Well, it's a couple days later. We'll do the fuel filter now. It's a bit breezy. It might rain, so I'm going to try to hurry up and do it. It's not hard to do. I haven't done it in a couple of years. I'm not sure why I didn't do it last year with the oil change, but I didn't, so we're going to do it. I'm going to run this Wix filter, is what I bought whenever. It's a fuel filter water separator. For anyone that wouldn't know, water is more dense than fuel. Fuel obviously floats on top of water, so water would collect at the bottom of your filter, and if you have a sensor that tells you that there's water, you'd have to stop and open this up and drain it of the water. It's a protector truck. I've not had to do anything like that on this truck, but I had to on. Cut myself off on that video somehow. But yeah, 2 gaskets, they go with it. So I'm gonna go and do it. It's really hard to see the filter. It's right back there, the white filter right there. That's my filter. It's not going to be, it's not the funnerest to mess with, but it is what it is. You just unplug your, I'm not even recording myself. Oop, there we go. Unplug your little sensor right there and just take her off. All right, I wish I could show you what I did to loosen this sucker, because my filter thing that I bought for like $8 from Advanced Auto just sucks. Basically, I took my belt, I put it on in the right direction so that way it cinches up. I'm not even showing you. It cinches up, and you just pull it really super tight. Then you pull it on this way, and it comes loose. It broke loose pretty easy, actually. Such in a bad spot, and I don't have very good camera gear to record it. Maybe one day I'll spend the money and we'll get it. But with that said, a little bit of fuel spill. Try not to spill too much of it. This is a long-winded little sucker right here. Oh. And there's your filter. It's been on there for about 2 years. I think I changed it in summer, not last year, but the year before. Full of diesel, making a mess. I'm gonna have to go and swap the filters. Okay, so filter. You just want to take your sensor out. I'm gonna try not to make a big diesel mess. And I'll let that drain. The main seal is right here. Get it in the shot. Say Rome wasn't built in a day. Trying to make a YouTube channel look okay is probably the same idea. I need lights. Lights in here suck. New. New. Oop, oop, oop. Then we'll get the filter and throw it on. Alright, boys and girls. Whoops. Just making a... Alright, so filter, new ring. Gonna put our water... Woo. Hope that didn't tear some... Oh. So that's how you drain your water from your water separator. This is the valve. One would think it would just come to a close. Does it not? You pull on it? Maybe you pull on it. I've not had to drain it or anything like that, so I don't really know. I'm gonna turn it till I can't. Ooh. Of course, your face itches whenever you have crap all over your hands. And we're gonna grab our Sharpie. We're going to write down today's date in a spot that doesn't look disgusting, which is 2/22 of 22. That looks like a 7. Boom. And now it's time to put her back in the truck. Let's do it. put her in the truck. We'll put her in the truck. When I go to put the fuel filter back in, I'm going to do light layer oil, hand turn it till it catches, and then you turn it to 3/4 or so after that. You don't have to crank it on there. This actually broke off really easy, even though it was on there 2 years. Nice. That's what you want. We have the filter back on. We've tightened her up, hand strength. Now we have to prime the rest of the air out of the system. With that said, we have to crack a valve that's on the pump. The pump is over this thing right there. There's a little hand lever right there, since this is a mechanical system. And you're not supposed to, from my understanding, pre-fill your filters with fuel, because it can supposedly get contaminants past the filter part into the engine, and that's not good. So I'm going to leave that up to your discretion as to whether you want to do that or not. And just beware, if you have an empty filter, you're going to be cracking that bad boy for a minute. So basically you crack the line on the opposite side until all the air bubbles come out, and then you can reseal it, and you should in theory be good. So that's what we're going to do. So let me get to it. So looking at it, I believe it's this screw here. It's on the side of the fuel filter housing. It's hard to see. There's so much just like crap. It's right here. It's this one right here. I'm pretty sure. I cracked it. There's definitely some fuel. You just want to crack it a little bit, enough for fuel and air to get out. Nope, wrong way. Oh, come on. Now, I've seen people try to start these trucks and just wah, 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 and just keep going. That's not probably good for your starter, so I'm going to do it the way you're supposed to. Now, the fuel filter on like that truck is way easier because it's got an auto priming system on it. It's nice. Auto priming is nice. Manual priming is boo-boo. So now you can watch me prime the line. Hopefully my fat head isn't in the way. Shoot, cuz that seems pretty solid, but I know there's air. I'm getting fuel everywhere. So I hate to keep doing it. So what I'm going to do, I'm probably going to start it until I either hit an air pocket and it dies, or it doesn't die and it's good. I don't know. God, that made a huge fuely mess. Hopefully this works. So I'll be back. She ain't died. Guessing I got all the air out of it. After looking, luckily this truck is a champ. It is this screw. That's your bleed screw, I think, for the fuel. Because that one's coming from the filter. And that one's the bleed screw. So I'm going to crack it, make sure no air. Right now it's not died. She don't miss a beat. I would say successful. Oh, I don't believe I got any air in the line because it hadn't died. That's how I changed the fuel filter on a 93 Dodge. I'm sure it's the same for everyone else. It's not hard. Just make sure you don't get air all up in the system like I almost probably did, but it's okay. We got it primed. She ran for a while. Take it for a rip one day without a destination, because you don't want to be trying to go somewhere and then break down. That'd be no good. But let's see, got an air filter coming. I need to change the brake fluid. I need to change the radiator fluid, the coolant. Other than that, this thing's almost road safe again. Get all this stuff changed, it'd be great. Spectacular. Oh, I don't really know what else to say. I don't think I'm gonna add anything else to this video. So edit it, I'll throw it on the YouTubes, let people watch me make a fool of myself. I'll double check and make sure I bled everything off correctly, and I'll correct myself if I was wrong before this as well. So if you see that, I was wrong during the video and I'm correcting myself. I think I got it right. So like, comment, subscribe, tell me what you think. Peace. Well, I bought a new filter. That's the old nasty filter, and obviously my new one. It's all SB filter. And this was also an SB filter, of course. This one looks more generic-y than that one. I couldn't find one this size. I looked for a long time. And this one is the biggest one I could purchase. Of course, I only pulled the trigger on it because I realized that this is a Banks filter. So I thought it was extremely interesting. I guess I could have looked all that up. I didn't even realize until after I purchased this that this was the bank size, or a bank filter, and that this S&B filter was in. So we're just gonna make it work. It was basically just rammed in here like that and just sitting in there as such. Basically like that. That's how it was, which is fine, I guess. It worked then and it'll work now. It's just substantially smaller. It's in a little thingy away from the engine, which I like. It'll be good. It'll be fine. It'll work for what I need it to. This thing is disgusting. I really needed a new one. I hadn't changed this since I've owned the truck, so that's about 5 years going on. And this thing, who knows how long it's actually been in. But obviously it's been changed since whoever owned it put the Banks filter in. So it probably tells me is they were either too cheap to buy another Banks filter, or they just don't make it. So who knows? Well, I'm gonna go and install it, and I'll be back. So one of the key pieces that I wanted to make sure, for sure, is that my inlet was the same. So this is all the same between the two filters, even though this one is a good bit smaller. Come on. There we go. Now I can really cinch her on. Yeah, I think that'll fit on well enough. But before I put it in, I'm gonna put this dirty sucker on just to give it a little bit of protection, I guess. Oh, it's so much bigger. Look at my filter.
fling and slap around in there since it doesn't fit correctly, but it'll be good enough for me. So ever since I changed my diesel filter, it's saying water and fuel, I got oil and diesel all over the engine block, and I sprayed it down with a little water. So I don't know what that means. I've done the plunger multiple times on the filter. It's just straight diesel fuel coming out, so I guess the filter's kind of jacked. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to drive it around, see if it clears up.